In this video, I am going to tell you how to attempt NEST 2022 question paper. Should you attempt in two rounds, round 1 and round 2? How much time you should give to each of the sections? How to attempt single choice questions? How to attempt multiple correct option questions? What about the negative marking? And ultimately, how you can score maximum in NEST 2022 exam even if you might not be prepared to your 100%.
कोई भी सपना साकार करने के लिए सबसे जरूरी है सही कोच का होना। चुनिए SciAstra और करें अपने IIT and NEST का सपना साकार। Download the app now.
Hi everyone, this is Vivek, 4th year integrated MSc in chemistry at NISER, and I want to tell you one thing, that no one can be 100% ready for any entrance exam. And always remember that you don't need to do 100%. You all need to target is just 30 to 40% of the easy questions of NEST 2022 exam. With just 35 to 40% of the questions, if you do it, you will easily get NISER or CEBS. I'm telling you, you will easily get NISER or CEBS. Just 40% of the paper is more than sufficient. Now, please subscribe to this channel right now, like this video, and I would highly recommend you to watch this live interaction session we have done, in which all 4 mentors in physics, chemistry, maths and bio were present from the SciAstra team. It was a live session. All our students from the courses were present, crash courses were present, 1 year long courses were present, and we told them in detail what should be the strategy. All the mentors from different colleges like IISc Bangalore, NISER, CEBS, IISERs, CMI, ISI have shared their viewpoint on how you will face various challenges. You might become very stressed, so how to cope up with all of that. So please watch this live interaction session. Here is the link in the I button. Now, what should be the strategy and most important points while attempting the NEST 2022 paper? So first of all, give more priority to single correct option questions than multiple correct option questions. Always remember, time is the hardest part about the exam. So do not give a lot of time. Multiple select option questions, in which more than one option can be correct, can be treated as if they are 4 separate questions. A single choice question you will just have to take one answer, right? There will be only one option which will be correct. But in multiple correct option questions, all 4 can be correct. So it is like 4 single correct option questions, which will take a lot more time and it is much more hard. If the answer is ABC and if you just tick AB, you will still get 0 mark. There is no partial marking and no negative marking. So multiple select option questions are always hard, so make sure you attempt them later. The second most important point is, do not miss the general questions, general level, that is 10th level questions given in the exam. So since general section has been removed since 2021, so there will be 2 general easy level questions in each of the subject, physics, chemistry, maths and bio. So make sure you do not miss any of those questions. So each question will be 2.5 marks and total 4 sections, so 8 questions. 8 into 2.5, that's 20 marks. So you should not get less than 20 marks in NEST 2022 exam, any of the mock test or previous year papers, because there will be 2 easy general level questions. Make sure you practice enough using the free mock test available on my app SciAstra, and practice some previous year papers where you can identify. A lot of people have this problem that they cannot identify where is the general level question. It is always there, okay? So just go check NEST 2021 paper. You will find 2 general easy level questions in each of the subjects. Also in our mock test, you can practice how to find those easy questions, and those are totally free on my app SciAstra. Now the third point is that don't ever leave the non-negative marking questions. So I told you that multiple select option questions should be done later or at last because it will take a lot of time, but do not miss them. Okay, it should not happen that you have not even attempted them. If any question which does not have any negative marking, at least stick something there. Don't leave those questions. So when you come back, or maybe in round 2, I'll tell you about round 1 and round 2 strategy. So always at the end, do not miss any of the non-negative marking or multiple select option questions. Just whatever option you think might be right, just tick that option, AB, ABC, BC, CD, whatever you think will be right. But don't leave the questions which do not have negative marking. Now next point is that do not just jump into the paper as soon as it starts. Just give yourself 2 minutes. Just go through the sections, see which section seems complicated or tough, which section seems easy, and then start making yourself a priority. For example, if chemistry is easy in the paper, then try to attempt or start from the chemistry. and remember how to leave the questions. Okay, just attempt the questions. If you're spending a lot of time in that question and not able to do it, just leave the question, move to the next one, and obviously attempt the single choice question first. So try to first find the easy questions, pick the questions. For example, first I will do chemistry, I'll pick the questions, I'll do the questions. If I'm not able to do it, I'll leave it, go to the next easy questions which I can do in less time. Similarly, I will do all of the chemistry, then I will go to physics, then I'll go to maths or biology, and similarly this is how I'll do. Please remember, save yourself as much as time possible. Next is the 2 rounds strategy, which I call. Now please remember, I want to give a disclaimer that a lot of people use different kind of strategies. A lot of people I have seen, they just start from the beginning and just keep on attempting the paper till the end. But personally for me, what has worked best is that 2 rounds. So in round 1, I will try to do the easy questions and all. I'll try to find out from whole of the paper, physics, chemistry, maths and bio. And in round 2, I'll come back and I'll do the question which I have marked for review. So what happens that in round 1, a lot of time when we attempt the question paper, we become very demotivated. We become very stressed, and in the first attempt of the questions, we are not able to do the question. But when we come back, a lot of times I have seen that in round 2 I was able to do a lot more questions. The same question which I was not able to do in round 1, I was able to do in round 2. So what is the round 1 and round 2? So what I do is, in first round, I'll first choose first 3 subject, my strongest first 3 subject. Let's say chemistry, physics and then mathematics. So I'll give 40 minutes to chemistry, then I'll give 40 minutes to physics, then 40 minutes to mathematics. 40, 40, 40, that's 120 minutes, that is 2 hours. Right now remaining time is 30 minutes and 1 hour. What I'll do is, since I want to clear the sectional cutoff and I want to attempt biology, so 30 minutes I will give to biology. Remaining 1 hour I will make it round 2. So that will be round 2 for chemistry, physics and math. So I'll go to chemistry, physics and math, give 20 minutes to chemistry, 20 minutes to physics or 20 minutes to math. You can also change this time, you can give more time to chemistry or less time to mathematics depending on how was the difficulty level of the paper. Because I have already seen all the questions in round 1, right? Since I have seen all those questions, I know I have marked them for review. I'll just go back to the question, solve that question and move on. So this is round 1 and round 2 strategy. Let me summarize. Round 1, 40, 40, 40 minutes, best 3 sections, then 30 minutes to weakest section, and then remaining 1 hour will be round 2, which will be 20, 20, 20. All of this depends on the difficulty level of the subject. Let's say my chemistry was really strong. I want to do chemistry first, but in that paper, chemistry was really hard. So even in the beginning, when I started attempting chemistry, I got very demotivated because I was not able to do a lot of questions in chemistry. So I'll just leave that and go to physics or biology or mathematics, whatever will be easy for me. So this is how to do. So in the beginning, make sure that you do not lose confidence, do not waste a lot of time there. If you're not able to do the questions, just move to the next section. So this is what I wanted to tell you in this video. I'm going to make a detailed video on how exactly to solve multiple correct option questions. A lot of these questions seems tricky, but they are actually very easy questions. So with that, all the best. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, and see you in NISER or CBS.